All right, it looks like we have rolled over to 10 o'clock officially, and it is time to get started tonight. We had three new products that released today. We're going to open two of them tonight. The third one, which is Optic Baseball, we'll bust into that one tomorrow night. Just thought our break might be too long if we tried to do cases of everything or half cases of everything tonight. So just going to work on two of the products. Before we get started, ripping into packs and boxes, though, we have a little bit of info to go over. So first up, you see a note there about my feedback. That's just because I get asked this question a lot. And so I'm just letting you know that my feedback is completely automated on eBay. So basically what that means to you is anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get it in return without any waiting. You don't have to hope that I get caught up soon or anything like that. It will just instantly return to you. And the second and most important thing on that page is to say thanks. There are a lot of you guys come and bid and break and chat with me, hang out, watch the break. Whatever brings you here, however you choose to participate, I am glad to have you. And thanks for joining me tonight on a new release night, a new release Wednesday. What you see right now, this is a list of the upcoming breaks. This stuff is already listed on eBay. It's available for bidding right now. So tomorrow night we're going to open a full-size helmet, a Gold Rush Series 2 full-size helmet, another case of Spectra, and a full case of Optic Baseball. On Friday we will open a half case of Gold Standard, a full case of Encased Basketball, and the back half of this Allen and Ginter baseball case that we're going to start tonight. We'll finish it up on Friday night. Saturday will find us with an autographed football jersey, an autographed baseball jersey, a third case of Spectra, and a second case of Optic. Sunday will lead us into a ninth case of Inception and another half case of Allen and Ginter. Did I skip an Allen and Ginter in there? That shouldn't be number 4. That should be number 3, right? Because what's tonight? Wednesday we're doing 1. Friday is 2. Yeah, I don't know why that says 4, but it shouldn't. It should say 3. So let me fix that. I hope I didn't list it on eBay with number 4. I could have. I hope I didn't, but I might have. Then on Monday, we're going to open Onyx Clubhouse Collection Game Used Batting Glove, a full case, which is 3 boxes. Each box has a set of gloves in it. Checklist is pretty cool. They are just exactly what it says they are, game used batting gloves. So we'll break into a case of that on Monday night, another full-size football helmet, another half case of Gold Standard, and a fourth case of Spectra. So we're going to have lots of fun with Spectra and Optic and Allen and Ginter in the days ahead. So tonight we just have the 2 breaks. They're both paid shipping breaks. That would be the full case of Spectra, the half case of Allen and Ginter. I am projecting that those will get out the door on Saturday. If I can get it out faster than that, I will. There's always the possibility that if something went slightly off the rails, some of that could slide into Monday, but I'm hopeful that I can get it on the way to you on Saturday. And I don't think, Allen and Ginter, you're not going to have to worry about consolation cards. Spectra, since we're breaking a full case, I don't think so. But if on the off chance your team does not pull anything or base card, nothing at all, you would still get a consolation card or cards. And in this case, they would ship with the rest of the break since this is a paid shipping break. And I do track that for a rolling 90-day period. So if you were due other consolation cards from prior breaks where you bid on something and you didn't have your team pulled, those would also be gathered up and sent out at the same time. So that's kind of how that's going to work. First up tonight is an 8-box case of 2017-18 Spectra basketball. Full case break. Break number 1 came out today. We're opening it today, Wednesday, the 18th of July. And of course, you see we have the team names on the left-hand side and the eBay user ID of our winning bidder across from each one of those on the right-hand side. And I did have quite a few unpaid teams a moment ago. So if you will bear with me for a second, guys, I just want to pull up and check and see where we are on that. I know it was a short window tonight trying to get everything in. Things ended a little bit later than I would have preferred tonight. That's my fault, of course. So I'm just trying to give everyone the benefit of the doubt here and a little extra time to get the payment in. So bear with me for a second. It looks like we've got, well, actually most everything got taken care of. So you guys are wonderful. Thank you. I'm sitting on a bunch of unpaid stuff from last night. All kinds of people stiffed me last night. But tonight we have 2 teams unpaid in Spectra and 2 in Allen and Ginter at the moment. But I think we'll just let those ride and hope that payment comes in, given that there wasn't much time in between. I usually like us to have somewhere between an hour and 15 minutes. And tonight, boy, we were really right up on it. I think the auctions didn't even end until about, 9:30 or so. And then I had to get the invoicing out. And yeah, we were late tonight. My fault, I know. So in chat, we have Gina and Chris and Greg hanging out with us. Gina says she cannot wait to get her consolation cards. Come on, Gina, we're going to hit you something. We're going to try anyway. Let's not be going right to consolation cards. Let's be focusing on hits. We want to get you lots and lots of hits. That would be better. And Chris is looking for the Yankees and the Astros. Of course, he's talking Allen and Ginter, which will be coming up as soon as we finish Spectra here. So Spectra, we'll have a couple of case hits in here. We should find 1 white sparkle card in here. Some of you are probably familiar with what white sparkle looks like. And we should also find, I'm saying somewhere in the case, there should be 1 white sparkle. There should also be, I believe it is 3 silver prisms. It might be a different number than that, but I think that it is 3. And we are also expecting to find 3 autograph cards and 3 memorabilia cards per box. So we got a lot of stuff coming up tonight. And hi, Hitman33. Nice to see you too. Oh, you said New England, not the Yankees. So what did I do? What did I say wrong? I don't know. I must have read something wrong a while ago. Sorry about that if I did, guys. We are starting out here with Andrew Wiggins and the T-Wolves. That is numbered to 75. One of our inserts, of course. Then we have a Dragic for the Heat. That is one of our base cards. Here's DeMar DeRozan for the Raptors to 49. How about Kawhi Leonard going to the Raptors? I mean, is that not bizarre? To me, that's very bizarre. That's a strange trade. Trevor Ariza, that is to 25 for the Houston Rockets. The pattern on that, I'm pretty sure, is called Scope. And I just realized, you know what I forgot to do? Yeah, you do, because I always say when I'm doing it. I forgot to take it off of autofocus. That's why we got all that crazy weirdness happening and we can't see our cards all nice and pretty up close. But now we can. Now it's better. And following this, we have Derek White and the Spurs. Derek is numbered to 199 with his relic. Yeah, Chris, you are correct. That was some insane last night for the Patriots in the translucent break. To hit not 1 but 2 on-card Jimmy Garoppolo rookie autographs was crazy good. We next have Jeff Teague. That's for the T-Wolves. It is numbered to 25. Once again, I believe that pattern is referred to as Scope, although you all know I'm going to get some of the pattern names wrong. Staying Lovers here. He says, come on, Blazers and Grizzlies. And Joshua's here, who's looking for the Nets and the Hawks, and I believe the Clippers is what he is saying there. Right now we have Harry Giles for the Sacramento Kings. That's our first autograph card of the night. And it just so happens that it's a 1 of 1. So, you know, that's probably a pretty good sign when the first autograph of the night we see happens to be a 1 of 1. So congrats to the Sacramento Kings and Harry Giles. Well, not congrats to Harry Giles. Congrats to the person who pulled the Harry Giles card. We'll rephrase that. Here is Damon Stoudemire. That's to 149 for the Blazers. Lauri Markkanen, that's a nice little hit. Lauri is to 299. You've got the autograph and the relic for, of course, the Chicago Bulls. So our first box of Spectra, I would say I'm happy with. A Lauri Markkanen and a 1/1 autograph. I'm not complaining at all about box number 1. Let's hope that the rest of them, that the other 7 are as nice as the first one that we saw there. Oh, Jason, that was your card. Okay, awesome, man. I'm glad we found you something that you like early on. Here is Damian Lillard, Blazers to 99. Our base is Andrew Wiggins for the T-Wolves. Well, I guess I can put the base in a sleeve later. Hassan Whiteside, Miami Heat to 49. Scope, I think, is our pattern. Here is Joel Embiid for the Sixers. And what is that Embiid number to? That's got to be on there somewhere, to 25. I looked right past it, didn't I? So our first relic out is for the Sixers, or our first relic out of this box. Oh, Christian Laettner. Oh, 149 for the T-Wolves. Well, you know how I'm feeling about this, right? Because I went to school at the University of Kentucky. And I think we all remember, because they show it 5,000 times every year when it's time for the NCAA tournament, that shot that Christian Laettner made against my Kentucky Wildcats in the tournament. So I see Christian Laettner, it kind of elicits an automatic response before I even realize it's out. Nicholas Batum for the Hornets. This is to 199. An In the Zone numbered to 99 for Chris Herron, and that's for the Celtics. On card autograph there, of course. You can tell that wouldn't fit on a sticker for sure. Lenny Wilkins to 149. That's a nice blast from the past for the Hawks. Got to rearrange. We got to make a little more room so our stacks don't get so tall tonight. Dirk Nowitzki. Here comes a nice one for the Mavericks to 25 with the scope pattern as well. So yeah, I'm a little perplexed about the whole Kawhi. I mean, and Kawhi Leonard does not want to go to Toronto, by the way. and DeMar DeRozan didn't want to go to Dallas either. It was DeRozan, wasn't it, that got traded? I think it was. So that's going down to Dallas, I mean, in that deal. But either way, it was a strange sort of swap. I think there's virtually no chance that Kawhi Leonard stays in Toronto. Anthony Davis to 99 for NOLA. Well, I mean beyond this season, because he'll be a free agent after this season. Miles Turner and the Pacers is our base card. We have one of our silver prisms. So again, this is a case hit. There should be 2 or 3 of these within the case. So the first silver prism to make an appearance for us is Steph Curry and the Warriors. What did you say? Oh, that's what he gets for saying trade me. Yeah, well, you're right about that, I guess. A little Anthony Davis to 25 for the New Orleans Pelicans. You've got a triple relic there and a scope pattern. John Stockton, another nice blast from the past for the Jazz. That's to 99 with a Legends swatch there. Epic Legends, to be exact. Jason Tatum is about to make the Boston Celtics smile. And Jason, of course, you see that's a relic. We don't have an autograph yet, but it's still got you on the path, in the hunt, headed in the right direction. And it is numbered to 99. Nene to 149 for the Rockets. I see a redemption. You know I'm going to be cruel and leave it face down for a while because I'm just that way. Jason Williams to 49 for the Orlando Magic. Well, Bryce, you are right about the fact that Toronto is a really pretty city. I've spent some time in Toronto here and there, and I like Toronto a lot. Actually, there's a lot of cities in Canada that I like. Toronto is one of them, and I'm sure it's not so much about the city as, I mean, he's just made, Kawhi Leonard has said for how long now that he wants to go play for the Lakers. You know, that's his hometown team, and he's just all about like, hey, I want to go play for the Lakers. And so I think he's just not happy that they traded him somewhere other than the Lakers at the end of the day, I think is kind of it. But Hitman says he'll like it that it's tax-free up there. Well, that could be, I guess. Making a lot of money, so I guess if you're making a lot of money, it's good to be living in a tax-free zone. Ricky Rubio, that is numbered to 99. Here's Isaiah Thomas in a Lakers uniform. Of course, he's been traded again. He's a Nugget now. This is like what? He was Celtic in this season, this year. He's been what? A Celtic, a Cavalier, a Laker, and now a Nugget. That's a lot of traveling. Hassan Whiteside for the Miami Heat. That just happens to be our case hit. Our little white sparkle case hit is Hassan Whiteside. There's a guy who might be traded away as well somewhere along the way here. This is number 2. What does that say? 199, TJ Leaf and the Pacers. It also happens to be a prism. Dwight Howard to 99 for the Hornets. Of course, you know, most of the relics, I guess, are prisms, but for whatever reason, I said it on the last one. There is to 199 for NOLA, a DeMarcus Cousins relic. Jarrett Allen to 299 for the Nets. And the Nets sold for some like crazy silly price tonight, like $7 or $8 or something. So you definitely got your money's worth with that nice Jarrett Allen pull there. Luke Kennard to 299, relic and on-card autograph for the Pistons. And then we have Mike Conley to 49 for the Grizz. Somebody called out for the Grizzlies, I believe, working their mojo when we got started, looking for a Grizzly. There is a nice locked-in Mike Conley for you. Gina says Jim Kelly didn't want to go to Buffalo, and look how that worked out. Well, true. I mean, you know, it's kind of like what we were talking about last night. You know, Paul George originally he was going to the Lakers. No way was he going to stay anywhere else. And he ended up, of course, re-signing with the Oklahoma City Thunder after his one season there. So for sure it happens. But I don't know. I did just think it was kind of a strange trade, though, because honestly, I mean, the Raptors have been good at their core. They just needed a little help. And now they've kind of busted up their core and brought in somebody that I kind of think is a little bit of a rental, but we'll find out, I guess. Lou Williams to 99 for the Clippers. Our base is Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Here's our second case silver prism. It is Zach LaVine and the Bulls. Celtics are coming out with a Kyrie Irving to 49 triple relic. Artis Gilmore to 149 Chicago Bulls. So we got lots of kind of our Hall of Fame legendary players mixed in here with our current stars. Here is Kevin Durant, Golden State Warriors. What was Kevin number 2? Why don't I see that? Oh, it's down here in the corner, 199. In the zone, Warriors again. This happens to be numbered to 5, Al Adels. And a nice card, low numbered to 5. So how about that for your Hall of Fame signatures? A second redemption. Ooh, now you got to sweat it out twice so far. For the Rockets to 199, Key. Oh, Jim is in chat saying, where are his Lakers? He said, come on, Lakers. They need to show up for him. Well, let's see if we can't conjure some Lakers for you. We need to see some Jazz too, right? We've at least, have we seen some Mavericks? Yeah, we had Dirk Nowitzki. Oh, we had John Stockton, I guess, didn't we? So we've seen a little Jazz, but we haven't really seen much for the Lakers yet. So we're kind of waiting for them to show up here, aren't we? For the Cavaliers, it is LeBron James, numbered to 99. Our base card is Jimmy Butler and the T-Wolves. Joel Embiid for the 76ers, and that is not numbered, but doesn't that look like white sparkle again to you? It does to me, but we're only supposed to have one a case, so, but I think it is. I believe it is white sparkle again, so maybe we're going to have two in this case. That's how it looks. For the Thunder, Terrence Ferguson relic. I keep forgetting to look what they're numbered on because it's on the back. It's to 99. John Wall to 99 with a relic for the Wizards. New Orleans with a second Boogie Cousins relic. I guess somebody over at Panini said it's to 199. Said, hey, he's changing teams. Let's get rid of all of his stuff. To 99, a second Jarrett Allen. So now the Nets are really coming on quite well, especially considering the buy-in price. A second Luke Kennard. That is also the Pistons to 199. I believe our other Kennard had a relic paired with it. That one, of course, just the signature. And here come the Kings again. We started off with a 1 of 1 for the Kings. This is Bogdanovic, numbered 235. Nice looking card. Scope. And is that on card or is that a sticker? I think that's on card. And this is a really, really thick card. Like, I don't even know if it's going to go in the... I guess it'll go in the sleeve. Yeah, it does. Seemed like it was too thick for the sleeve, but in fact, it is not. It is just right for the sleeve, so I guess that's going to make it... I would have said it was like a 150 point-wise, but I don't know. Maybe it's closer to 130. Hitman 33 is looking for the Supersonics, which, of course, if somebody doesn't know this, I'd say most of you do, but in case you don't, the former Seattle Supersonics are the current Oklahoma City Thunder, and cards always stay with their franchises, so if we do pull any Supersonics tonight, they will be headed to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And, of course, all that information and all kinds of other fun stuff like that you can find down towards the bottom of the description where it talks about special circumstances and renamed and relocated franchises. Of course, one of the things it deals with in there. Reggie Miller and the Pacers to 99. Base card is Kuzma, Kyle Kuzma for the Lakers. Tobias Harris for the Clippers. And that is, where's our number on that? Shouldn't that be yeah, it's to 10. I'm like, why can't I see it? It's right there. It blends in sometimes. So a nice low number, little prism there for the Clippers, numbered to 10. That was our third prism base card. So I believe that's how many we should find in the case. Jordan Bell and the Warriors to 25. Here comes the Oklahoma City Thunder. It is Steven Adams to 99. Triple relic. And hey, you got all three colors, red, white, and blue, so I like that. I'm a fan of that. The Clippers, DeAndre Jordan to 199. Of course, he finally did stick. He went to the Mavericks and actually decided to stay there this time, as opposed to last time when he went to the Mavericks and then got himself talked out of it before he signed the contract. This is numbered to 299. It's Dwayne Bacon and the Charlotte Hornets. Relic and autograph. A third redemption. And Artis Gilmore to 99 for the Hawks. So who do you guys think those redemptions are going to be? I'm feeling like they could be some big hits. You never know, but I kind of feel like We might have at least one of them up there. Maybe it's going to be a big hit. I'd love for all three of them to be big hits. Need a little fire coming out of Spectra to get things going tonight. DeMar DeRozan and the Raptors, that is numbered to 75. Our base card is Chris Middleton for the Bucks. And then we have a Todosic that is to 49 for the Clippers. For the Charlotte Hornets, Willie to 49. Triple relic, 3 colors. I like that. I like that plan. Chris Middleton to 99 with a relic this time for the Bucks. Here comes Kawhi Leonard and the Spurs to 199. That's another one. Everybody at Panini's like, all of a sudden, you know, obviously before they produce this, but you know they're just furiously cutting up in uniforms somewhere for him. Bob Dandridge for the Milwaukee Bucks. That is numbered to 10. Illustrious Legends, nice low number hit for the Bucks. It appears to be a Bucks kind of box. This is to 199. Sterling Brown, back-to-back hits for the Bucks. And a 4th redemption. Can you even believe 4 redemptions? So here's what's going to happen with these redemptions. We're going to flip them over, check them out here in a second. I wonder if they fit in the other sleeve. That doesn't matter. And after we check them out, we will go to the Panini checklist on the Panini website, and we'll find out what each one of them is going to be numbered to. Of course, we'll also verify their team at that point. I'd say we're going to know their teams, but we'll also verify it at that point. All right. So here we go with our 4 redemptions. First out is, of course, Semi Ojeleye. So it is for a Celtic, but it's Ojeleye as opposed to Jason Tatum. And that set of card set, of course, rookie jersey autographs. Second out is, oh man, you know I say his name wrong every time. Ntilikina, something like that. And it is Rising Stars signature neon green. So that's going to be fairly low numbered, I believe, for the Knicks. Next out, we have Dennis Smith Jr. The Mavericks are happy along about now. Rising Stars signatures. And last but not least, Donovan Mitchell. There he is. Now the Jazz is happy. Rising Stars signatures. So we're just going to go, we're going to go to the checklist. We're going to verify all of this and see what these are numbered to and all that stuff momentarily. And of course, you saw me put them in a sleeve. That is so that I could write on them. I used to write directly on the redemption, and it frankly flips some people out. I still don't really know why, because, I mean, you know, it's just a little block of card that you throw away after you scratch the thing, but whatever. So we don't do it that way anymore, as there is no reason to, you know, get somebody all out of sorts if we can prevent it. All right, checklist. Here we come to you, except that's the wrong one. Let's try again. If you don't know this already about Panini, their website's fantastic. Their checklists are on here, I believe, all the way back to 2009. Yep, there we see that is back to 2009, and it is super, super nice to have them at our fingertips for stuff like this. And it's organized really well. It is a lot of drop-down menus, so that's a little bit of a drag, but it is well organized. All right, Rising Stars signature neon green is first up. That, of course, is the Ntilikina for the Knicks. It is card number, I believe that says 27, so there he is. It will be numbered to 35. So the Knicks with a nice hit there. Next up, we have got Rising Star signatures minus the neon green part. just plain Rising Star signatures. Card number 15 is Dennis Smith Jr. There we see he is in fact a Maverick, as we expected. That is numbered to 199. It's going to bring us next to Semi Ojeleye. I believe that Semi will also be numbered to 199. He is card number 112. No, not Semi Ojeleye. Sorry, guys. He's a different card set. Card number 35, Donovan Mitchell, is who we're looking for here. And, of course, the Jazz to 199. Now we'll go find Semi Ojeleye, who is in rookie jersey autographs. And come on, buddy. Rookie jersey autographs. He is going to be card number 112. There he is. Celtics to 299. All right, so let's recap what we have here tonight out of case number 1 of Spectra. So our case hits in here. Let me see if I can get, if I have these all kind of sorted out. I believe they're considering this a case hit because it is a base card that is a refractor or a silver prism, as they call them, although that one's gold. But anyway, I'm thinking that is one of our case hits. It's numbered to 10. This is definitely one of our case hits with Steph Curry. You can see, of course, the nice little rainbow of colors when the light hits it. It's unnumbered, but again, I believe these are 2 to 3 per case. Ditto for Zach LaVine here and the Bulls. A white sparkle prism is supposed to be a case hit. I believe we're supposed to have 1. We appear to have 2. We have Embiid for the 76ers, and alongside him, Hassan Whiteside and the Heat. So that gets case hits covered. Our numbered cards, we're just going to kind of blow through these again kind of quickly because it is the vast majority. I mean, we had, what, one unnumbered card per box in terms of base that weren't case hits anyway. So now we'll recap our relics. And again, we've already, of course, looked at the backs of these. We've already looked at the numbering on these. So we're just going to kind of do another pass through, taking a look at them from the front as we go along here, so that if somebody missed it, you jumped in late or whatever the case might be, you have another opportunity to take a look. Let me just get all of this moved around a little bit to have to create a little space because we have to have some space for Allen and Ginter momentarily over there on the sorting mat. Sorting mats, I guess, plural. So I figured this would take about a half an hour, might be running a hair over that, but so it's not bad. It's about close to what I thought it would be. You never kind of know, though, until you get into a product a couple of times, how much time you should allow, and it's hard to remember from year to year, you know, when you think about like, how long did it take me to break that last year? Although last year, I don't know, I may have broken some as half and some as full cases last year. I can't remember how we did it. I get in my moods where I do it different ways sometimes. But we're going to do all of the Spectra as full cases. That's my current plan. Because we've got, you know, the nice white sparkle case hit and the silver prism case hits and things like that. I'd rather just keep them all together and keep it all in the family. Break them as full cases and let everybody be happy. Oh, right. This is our 1 of 1. Our little Harry Giles that started us off tonight with the handsome 1 of 1 and the Sacramento Kings. And then Luke Kennard again, Jason Williams, Nene, Mavericks. Who is that again? Oh, Lenny Wilkins. Then finally, our redemptions. I felt like we might have a couple of pretty big hits in there, and we did. We ended up with a nice Donovan Mitchell Rising Stars signature for the Jazz to 199. A Dennis Smith Jr. Rising Stars signature for the Mavericks to 199. For the Knicks to 35, Rising Star signature neon green for Frank Nitlakina. And then for the Celtics, Semi Ojeleye to 299 rookie jersey autographs. So that is it for this case of Spectra. As you all know, we're opening loads more of it. I believe we have even another case of it opening tomorrow night, but we've got lots and lots of it coming down the pike, so you're going to have plenty of chances to jump into other Spectra breaks as we go along. Let me get our spreadsheet set up here for Allen and Ginter. I know a lot of you that were here for basketball are getting ready to take off. So once again, thank you. I appreciate you joining me tonight. And hey, you're welcome to stick around and watch some baseball with us. Allen and Ginter's a fun kind of set. You might like it. You never know. So here again is the shipping information. We only have the 2 breaks tonight. They're both paid shipping breaks. That is Spectra and Allen and Ginter. I'm projecting to get them out the door on Saturday. If something goes a little haywire, it's possible some of that could roll into Monday, but my hope and my goal is to get it all out the door on Saturday. Once again, if you were in Spectra and you had a team that did not pull any cards at all, like one single card, which, you know, out of a case, usually you think every team will in Spectra, but sometimes they don't. Whatever consolation cards you are due are going to be shipped when the rest of the break ships. Okay, so that's kind of how that's going to work. Allen and Ginter, there's zillions of cards. There should be no need for consolation cards here. And we are now coming into 6 boxes, which will be a half case of 2018 Allen and Ginter baseball. Of course, this is the start of a brand new case. So in a moment, I will take all 12 boxes out of our case. I will number them on the end. And then I'll bring you along with me. We'll head over to random.org and use that to determine which 6 boxes we open tonight versus which 6 we open in the next break. Of course, this came out today. It ended tonight on eBay. We're breaking it tonight, all Wednesday, July the 18th. Team names on the left, winning bidders across from it there on the right-hand side. Couple of things that are a little different because Allen and Ginter's got a lot of interesting stuff in it. Not all of it baseball related. So we did have some separate bidding categories. Of course, that was noted in the listing description as well. So hopefully everyone saw it and no one's surprised by this. We have a category for non-baseball celebrity. Okay, so that's going to be like any person on a card who is not, you know, like a random person, like, you know, the minis that say chimney sweep. Okay, it's not going to be them. But if it's a golfer or a surfer or a boxer or whatever, if it is a person who is a sports figure or a celebrity that is non-generic, like chimney sweep kind of stuff, it's going to go to that category. Okay, so obviously baseball players, they're always going to go to their team as normal. So this is the category for all those other sports figures and celebrities that get mixed in. Then we have a category for the baseball equipment inserts, okay? So we'll find some of those. I don't know how many, but I do know they're in the product, so there is a separate bidding category for them. There is a bidding category. These are a couple of different inserts. There's one about moons or phases of the moon. There's one about best beaches or world beaches or something like that. So both of those lumped together in one category. So all the beaches and all the moons, they will go together to that bidding spot. Then finally, we have many inserts of that are left that do not fall into the baseball category, a baseball player. They do not fall into the celebrity, to the non-baseball celebrity category, or the beaches, or the moons, or the baseball equipment, right? So it's any of the other minis that don't fall into those other categories, go right down there in that bidding category. So that is how it's going to work for Allen and Ginter. There's so much stuff in it. You know, it's just easier to break them up into their own bidding categories as opposed to trying to figure out what to do with them after the fact. So that's the way we do it every year, is break up those categories and split them up like that, offer them up for some of the people who maybe bid on Allen and Ginter and don't like, you know, don't care about baseball. They just like the other stuff, which there are a whole bunch of people that are like that. So gives them an opportunity to join in and have some fun with the break as well. So I just got to get all 12 of our boxes out of this case. And as soon as I can accomplish that, I will number each of them on the end. We'll use random.org and figure out which 6 we open tonight versus which 6 will be opened in the next break. Chris says he thinks it's going to be a heavy Astros night. Jay is saying he's here for the Yankees. Staying Lover's looking for the Cardinals. Oh, Marty Marr, you said you missed Spectra. Were there Suns or Bucks? I don't remember any Phoenix Suns. It's not to say that there are not some somewhere in there, but off the top of my head, I don't remember the Suns. There definitely were Bucks, because we pulled out a couple of them there right in a row. So there are definitely Bucks in there. Hits, and I don't remember if there were base, but there's hits for Bucks. Suns I'm not 100% sure of. So, and somebody, oh, Gina jumped in there and helped me out with that too. So thank you, Gina. You guys are always a little better at remembering what we pull out of stuff than I am, it seems. I kind of shoot it, well, wrong place. I kind of shoot it right out of my head right after we look at it a lot of times. Unless, you know, when they're one of ones or super cool cards, you remember them a little more. All right, there's our 1 through 12 all typed in there. We're going to hit randomize one single time. First 6 numbers that come up, those will be the boxes we open. So it gives us 1, 2, 11, 10, 3, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 7, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3. That was easy. 7, 10, 11. Okay, there's our 6 boxes. Give me a moment to get these other 6 put away, and we will be ready to roll here. So Allen and Ginter, we are looking for 3 hits per box. And it can be an autograph, it can be a relic, it can be a rip card, it can be a printing plate, a booklet, any of the above. But some combination thereof, we should find 3 in our box. And of course the box loaders, box toppers, whichever you prefer to call them. And the Home Run Challenge cards are in Allen & Ginter as well. If you don't remember how that works, it's a special contest card. It will say Home Run Challenge on it. And if you pull one of those, you can go onto a website and enter the code in there. And you'll have an opportunity to pick a day when a particular game when you think your player's going to hit a home run. If he does hit a home run, you get a special card. I think that's kind of like a Topps Now type card. But now they usually bring some decent little money. And yeah, so that's how that works. And you get a chance to maybe win something else too. I don't know. So Gary Sanchez is our box topper here for the Yankees. So how about the game last night, the All-Star game? Of course, I was breaking through a good part of the well, I missed, I guess, the end of the Home Run Derby on Monday night. I didn't see a whole lot of the All-Star game because I was working as well on various things, listing, breaking, invoicing, you know, the normal. But I did see the highlights. And, you know, just when you think, hey, we might be in pretty good shape, then here comes Alex Bregman. Bam! So no wonder he was the MVP. He cleaned it up quite nicely last night there at the end of the night. And then, of course, the news down today that the Manny Machado trade is now official. The trade we've all known about or speculated about for a few days now is actually official with the Dodgers. So, of course, there's loads and loads of base in here, and as I mentioned, lots of inserts and things too. So this insert, for instance, goes to the non-baseball celebrity category. So, or that's not an insert, it's a base card, but I'm calling it an insert because it wasn't baseball, but just kind of giving you an idea. So this, of course, this is a baseball player. It will go to the Dodgers as normal. So anything with a baseball player on it will go to their team just like normal. It's all the other cards that we have to worry about. Here is a little mini, a little black border mini Garrett Richards. This is part of our Beaches and Moons, Magnificent Moons. So this goes to the Beaches and Moons category. And I don't know what that is. What is that? Stadiums. You know what we're going to do with stadiums? We're going to put stadiums with baseball equipment, because I didn't even know that we had a category. We had cards of stadiums. So stadiums will go with baseball equipment because it is, you know, baseball related and not a player. So that's where that will go. And now we're kind of getting an idea of what we should find. That was a little mini Whit Merrifield looking a little bit like Bryce Harper there, wasn't it? World's Greatest Beaches. So again, to the Beaches and Moons category for that. And right off the bat, here is a home run challenge card like I was talking about earlier. So this one for the Rockies and Charlie Blackmon. So when you get it, you just scratch that off. You go to that website, you put the code in there. It will give you an opportunity to choose a date when you think your player is going to hit a home run. And if he does hit a home run in that game, you are going to be good to go. Lindsey Vonn, again, non-baseball celebrity category. Crazy Horse here, Indigenous Heroes. This is going to go to the non-baseball, non-celebrity mini inserts category. I'm just kind of trying to name these as we go through the first time so that everybody's kind of clear on how this stuff is broken out. I think most of you probably are anyway, but to be on the safe side, we're just kind of covering it as we go along through these first little bits. There's a nice Ohtani rookie. It's a base rookie. And another mini that is, what does that say? Flags of Lost Nations. So same as non-baseball, non-celebrity mini inserts. Modern Catcher's Mask. That goes to baseball equipment. So I think that gives everybody a pretty good feel for how those go. Now, if you see one go by that you have a question about and you're not sure what category it would be shuffled into, please jump into chat and ask me so that you know as we're going through if there's a question about something like that. And by the way, if you don't know how chat works, let's say you're watching right now and you hear me talking to people in chat, but you don't see the chat. There are a couple of things I can tell you about that. The first one is that you would need to be logged into YouTube to see and participate in chat. The second one is if you happen to be watching on a mobile device and let's say you're not watching through the app, you're just using the browser on your mobile device to go to youtube.com, for instance, you would also have to click on the link that says you want to view the desktop version. And if you have those things going on, or if you're, I believe, in the app on a mobile device, you should, if you're logged in, be able to see chat with no problems, as far as I know. That's how we hope it works anyway, on a good day, as long as nobody's doing anything crazy. And by no one, I mean YouTube. You know, sometimes YouTube gets a little finicky on us. Does not always give us what we expect them to, which is a worry-free experience. Sometimes they do not give us that. Vintage bat, of course, baseball equipment category. Bullpen car, same as baseball equipment category. We're coming upon our first hit, and before that we have a little mini Steven Matz for the Mets. And here is our first hit of the night, and it is Lynn for the Red Sox with a nice little autographed framed mini there for the Red Sox. Gina says, why did I buy into this break? I forgot I don't like Allen and Ginter. Why don't you like Allen and Ginter? I love Allen and Ginter because it has all the cool extra stuff in it. It's not just the same old, same old. I always look forward to it. And by the way, if you hit the right stuff, i.e. rip cards or some of that sort of stuff, you can make some decent money there. So I'm just saying. Just letting you know. Of course, that little celebrity mini would go to the non-baseball celebrity category. So, and I have to create a little space over here, kids. Give me just a second. I'm trying to kind of keep this semi-organized in case we need to recap some particular category, and it's more challenging than you might think. Gina says she thinks there is too much weird stuff in here. Well, I don't know about that. I don't really think it's, I mean, it's obviously not baseball, but I don't really think it's necessarily weird. It's just different. Just different. Will Myers, relic for the Padres. So there's our second hit out. I forgot to put our framed card in a sleeve, didn't I? Because the little frames always throw me off because, I mean, the card is literally protected inside there, inside plastic. So I always forget to put them in a sleeve when I first pull them. All right. So moving on, we have found 2 of our 3 hits. Now we found 3 of 3 in this box because here's Theo Epstein. So now we are all 3 hits discovered in this particular box. We got a mini trying to come out of there, trying to fight its way to the forefront. Moons and flags and beaches went by there. Eye Black, of course, is baseball equipment. Gina says, now I like it because I hit something. Well, alrighty then. Oh, Hitman, I didn't see you say go Sox. You must have the Red Sox tonight then, right? Usually I would think Sox could be either one, red or white, but since we didn't we hit a Red Sox a while ago? I'm assuming your go Sox is for the Red Sox. I also like the card design in Allen and Ginter. I kind of like the throwback, vintage, washed out sort of look that we don't see anywhere else. I get tired sometimes of just seeing the same sort of cards rolling around through all the series. So I kind of like having the change of pace of Archives and Ginter and that sort of thing. There's another moon, and there was a celebrity mini. What I don't like is that all the little minis always want to slide right out of the pack, like you don't know where they are in there, and you pick something up, and then they're prone to want to slide right out. And there is a nice little Jack Flaherty rookie mini black border for the Cardinals. And catching shin guards, of course, baseball equipment. Greg says he just wants to see the rip card. That's all he's interested in. He just wants to see the rip card. I'm always happy to find the rip cards. You guys know my theory on rip cards. I always think if I had one of my own, I'm pretty sure I would not rip it right away, but sometime or another I would have to rip it. It would drive me crazy. There's Rizzo black border for the Cubs. So if it were my personal rip card, I would either have to sell it get it away from me. Or sometime, might be 5 years, might be 10 years, might be 5 minutes. You never know. But somewhere along the way, I feel pretty sure I would end up ripping that thing. I just wouldn't be able to stand it. Chris says never rip it. Yeah, man, I know you're not supposed to. I mean, I know it's supposed to be left intact, and it's more valuable left intact and all that other stuff. I'm just telling you, me personally, it would just get me. At some point, I'd wake up in the middle of the night and that card would be screaming my name, and I'd run and find it and rip it open. All right, here is our box loader, and it is a nice Shohei Ohtani. They're a little big to fit in the camera range here, but you can kind of get a pretty good look at it there. So it is our cabinet box loader of Shohei Ohtani for the Angels, of course. Box loaders are always fun. Topps has a few different products where they give us those. I look forward to them always when we have products where they're going to show up. Gina, you're asking, are the minis short prints? No, they're just minis are like always in Allen & Gunter, and most of them are going to be just regular minis. Some of them with the black border, of course. You know, it's like a black border of anything else. It's a little more scarce, but still not numbered. You can get minis with autographs on them, of course. We've seen that. You can get red ink autograph minis, etc. But they're basically just like any other card, but miniature. I.e. not short prints. There's tons of them. Tons and tons. Oh, Hitman. I see Hitman answered that too. Thank you, Hitman. Hitman, I typed in there. Minis are just other inserts. I should have read farther down, I guess. I just glanced over and saw where I had left off, and I should have scrolled down a little bit, and then I would have seen that Hitman 33 had my back on that one. Already took care of giving Gina some info on it. Greg, you said you had one and you sold it. You had one what? Which card are you talking about, Greg? Fill us in. Tell us what it is. You've had a lot of good stuff actually lately, Greg. I remember shipping a bunch of stuff your way in recent days. There's a black border yonder, Alonso for the Indians. There's some baseball equipment pitch counter. There's another black border. And this one, Brandon Crawford. And just as an aside, guys, actually, let's talk about this first. Tampa Bay Rays, another home run challenge. Blue Jays and smoke. A bunch of stuff that I shipped out on Monday. Apparently, someone brought this to my attention, and once they asked me about theirs, I went back and looked through everything else. Quite a few of the things that I shipped out on Monday went Monday night to a distribution or sort center somewhere, I guess, kind of near me. And they should have, when they scanned them, they should have been scanned as in transit to next destination. Instead, they scanned them as delivered, Lexington, Kentucky 40511. Well, obviously it wasn't delivered to where the person lives, nor was it delivered in a matter of, like the 8 hours or so from the time that I dropped it off to the time they did the scan that said delivered. So we kind of waited to see what would happen, and then today those were updating and showing that they had moved through the system. So that was the good news. So they were, even though they still showed delivered Lexington, Kentucky 40511, they continued to show their movement throughout, and then a couple of them actually landed at their correct destination today. But fact of the matter is, sometimes the post office just scans something incorrectly. And if that ever happens and you have a question about it, just hit me up and let me know. Jose Altuve for the Astros. Because I did go to the post office and discuss with them my theory after I saw that that had happened with several packages all shipped that same day. And they said, oh yeah, that's absolutely what it is. We can see more detail on our side than you can see on your side, blah, blah, blah. It's all fine. And you know, and it was. But nonetheless, if you just look at it on the face of it, you'd be like, hey, wait, that's not where I live. And how did that get delivered so fast? So if that happens to you, that's the deal. Clint Frazier and the New York Yankees have a mini relic, framed mini relic. So we have 2 of our 3 hits now have surfaced out of this box. Chris Thomas is happy that we pulled an Altuve. Greg, who was your rip card that you sold? Who was on it? We pulled some good ones last year. I think we pulled a Babe Ruth, and I don't remember who else. A couple others that, of course, anytime you pull a rip card, frankly, let's face it, it's good, right? No such thing as a bad rip card, at least not by my mind, anyway. Hi, Jay. How are you tonight? I didn't see you in chat earlier. You might have been in there, and I might not have looked up at the right time to see you jump in. So if I missed saying welcome to you earlier, I'll say it now. Hi. Thanks for joining. Thanks for stopping by tonight while we're live. I know not everybody has time, of course, to watch live all the time, but it's fun when you're here. Keeps me company. Here comes our 3rd hit out of box number 2. It's for the Kansas City Royals, Whit Merrifield. Nice little autographed framed mini card. Jay, I am doing pretty good. I'm still having a little bit of a, I don't know, it's just been weird this whole last week or so. I've told you guys all the weird stuff that's happened, you know? Like my packages that I was just mentioning that scanned, delivered, and because they scanned it wrong, they set their scanner wrong. Then my package that I was due to get here, that the post office delivered completely to the wrong address and never found for me. And then the package I shipped that they sent to the guy and scanned it as picked up when they actually delivered it to him, but they scanned it as picked up, and so that caused a whole thing. And then today I got a package. This was so funny. I had ordered, I feed out back, back up to a park, more or less. So there's all manner of critters, as my grandmother would have called them, that come wandering around here. So we have little feeding stations outside for squirrels and birds. And so I had ordered some stuff from an online place to get a new bird feeder, because one of ours is kind of getting out of whack, and just a couple little odds and ends for that sort of thing. So the box comes today, and I open it up, and there's no bird feeder in there, okay? But you know what was in there? A giant wheel, like a hamster wheel. So you all know that I was talking the other day about feeling like I was on a hamster wheel, so I guess the universe just decided to reinforce that. And so the thing said that it was a giant spinner made for chinchillas and rats. Like, how gross is that? Like, who has a pet rat? I don't know. I guess people do. But anyway, so I'm doing good other than my shipping challenges. I don't seem to be having good luck with the Postal Service and UPS this week, but outside of that, pretty good. So I got another wrong thing this week, too. Distributor sent me the wrong top loaders, so those had to go back and get new ones of them. So it's just been a, like, bad shipping karma or something. A gremlin attack as it relates to shipping. How about that? So anyway, I did call the company and say, hey, I have this chinchilla / rat wheel. Like, I didn't order it, so you probably want it back. And on the other hand, I would like to have my bird feeder. And the lady's just cracking up. She's like, how did they get a chinchilla wheel instead of a bird feeder? I was like, I do not know. She said she didn't even want it back. She's like, nah, just take it to a shelter and donate it. Okay, I don't know if we have any shelters that keep rats or chinchillas, but I'll ask around. So anyway, our box loader here is Don Mattingly for the New York Yankees. I kind of messed up your little thing that it's in, but I put them in sleeves anyway, so it shouldn't really matter. I sometimes try to keep those intact, but that one went a little bit off the rails there. But I bought, I don't know, I think 2 or 3 different sizes of sleeves, 5x7s, 8x10s, whatnot, to accommodate various box loaders and things like that. So if any of you guys have a chinchilla or a rat as a pet, and you're looking for a giant spinny wheel, I can hook you up. I wonder if it's going to be culture shock for Manny Machado going from Baltimore to Los Angeles. I mean, I guess not, because, I mean, obviously he's already, I'm sure it was culture shock when he came to the U.S. He probably doesn't care about moving within the states. He's probably over all of that, but it is a very different market, Baltimore from L.A. But you know he's going to have fun finally playing somewhere where maybe he can get to the World Series. Clayton Kershaw and the Dodgers have a mini relic, a mini framed relic. Gina's saying, do I have top loaders big enough for posters? I personally do not. And I don't know if they make those or not, but I can probably find out. I can ask one of my reps. I just have to remember to do it. So if you would be kind enough to shoot me a message over in eBay messages and just say check on poster size, whichever it is you're looking for, top loader or sleeve or whatever. Yeah, just shoot me that message over there and I will double check it and let you know. I mean, they make them for practically everything, so my guess is probably yes, but I can't tell you that for certain. Oh, Hitman says many will fit many will fit right in. He is Manny. I was thinking you were talking about when I saw fit in, I was thinking about her top loader question. I was thinking, wait, I don't understand what you're saying. Oh my goodness, I probably need more sleep, don't I? I didn't quite process that correctly. Yes, you are saying he will fit right in with the lineup of the Dodgers, and that's probably very true. I was thinking more just in terms of the lifestyle is a lot different in LA. For one thing, you might spend an hour going 6 miles, which doesn't happen that often in Baltimore. Yeah, if they make them, you said they make them for frame shops. I mean, probably so then. Just, you know, remind me. We'll see. We'll see what we can't dig up. I'll call my little reps tomorrow and see what they have to say. They'll probably be bored by tomorrow anyway because they won't have anything shipping out. And it was such a big release week. There's not going to be anybody who's buying, you know, back stock this week probably. So they're probably just twiddling their thumbs towards the end of the week. They should have time to look that up and tell me, I would think. Yeah, it's a crazy expensive week this week between Optic and Spectra, which is a very expensive case. And then, of course, Ginter and multiples of all of the above. So, yeah, expensive week this week. A little Will James Black Border Mini, and that goes to the non-baseball celebrity category. Yeah, I don't understand really, honestly, some of the pricing that Panini does with stuff. Because, you know, Spectra, you're talking $2,000, a little over $2,000 a case. And encased is actually less, a lower case cost than Spectra, but yet it has graded cards in it, so I don't know. Kenley Jansen and the Dodgers have our relic here. So you never know. They just do their pricing kind of strange on some stuff, I think. A little odd, the way they determine certain things. Ian Kinsler is out next. And there's a little, oh, it's a piece of the bat. So we've got a little change pace there at least. We don't have a uniform. We have a baseball bat. And I still can't get used to Ian Kinsler being an angel. Oh, you're saying he's a ham and a oh, you were saying that Manny Machado is a prima donna. I gotcha. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, maybe. I don't know enough about Manny Machado to answer that question. That was a black border Carlos Correa, by the way. I got sidetracked there with prima donna question. And, yes, a black border Manny Machado. You're saying, how do you spell prima donna? I think it's two different words, isn't it, guys? Isn't it Prima and then Donna, like Donna, like the name, like prima and then Donna? I think it is. Maybe they're all one word. I don't really know. I've never written out prima donna, I don't think. But I believe it is Prima and then Donna. Whether they're one word or two, I'm not 100% sure. Gina's holding out on you, Jay. She's not going to tell you what poster she wants to top load. It must be a really good one. Let's see, she's keeping it, playing it close to the vest there. Oh, Tyrone Lue. Huh. It's always interesting who you can find in Allen and Ginter. Adam Duvall for my Cincinnati Reds home run challenge. Yeah, I wish I had gotten the Serena Williams back several years ago when she was in here. I don't know, it was 2008, 2009, 2010, somewhere in there, 8, 9, 10. I wish I had gotten that one because I'm such a huge Serena Williams fan. Like, why didn't I? I don't really know. Because it was kind of expensive even then, I guess, and somehow or another I didn't manage to get it. And now I just look at it longingly and wish that I had gotten it then, but I was too stupid to do it. Okay, we are officially at our halfway point. We have 3 boxes down. We have 3 to go. Hitman, it is exactly the same. That home run challenge was in Top Series 1 and Top Series 2. It is here again in Ginter. I believe we will see it again in Update. And I don't remember what other series they said it was going to be in. They named several products at the launch of the promotions, saying which products we'd be able to find it in. I want to say there might be another one even besides Update. I just can't think what it is offhand. Chipper Jones is our box topper for the Atlanta Braves. We need to pull one of those out of their autograph, don't we? Like the Otani one. That should have been autographed. That would have been nice. Archives. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, that's it. So, Series 1, Series 2, Update, Archives, and Ginter. That was the home run challenge cards. So yeah, I think they just probably printed them all at the same time, and then they just insert them in these other products when the time comes. Because again, the little prize that you get if you're right, aside from being entered into the drawing, is that the grand prize drawing is that they give you that special card that I think is a Topps now, so it's kind of a print on demand sort of deal, I believe. Oh yeah, everybody loves Archives, and it's so hard to get every year. I mean, like, you can never buy as much of most things as you want, but Archives is always hot. It doesn't even seem to matter if the rookie class is good or bad or indifferent. Archives is always hard to get. There is Kevin Pillar, black border for the Blue Jays. And I was working on, I might have a line on some additional Archive Signature Series active player. Of course, you know, I didn't end up with very much of that. And we've opened what I had, but I'm negotiating with somebody right now to pick up a couple of extra cases. So we're going to hopefully be able to arrive at a reasonable number, but you never know. So possibly more of that coming, but definitely not guaranteed. Who is that? Baseball sweater on Babe Ruth. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, so baseball equipment. A baseball sweater is considered baseball equipment. How about that? I don't know if I would have said that, but Justin Upton. Angels relic baseball bat. Back-to-back Angels relics. The last two hits we pulled were both Angels, both, looky, numbered to 75. Yeah, there it is, a pretty little rip card. And it's for the Astros with Justin Verlander, numbered to 75. So, Astros. I know, nobody's going to rip it, but I wish somebody would. I want to know what's in there. I just want to know. Hitman says, you didn't realize they were the same checklist for Series 1 and Series 2. Oh, you think you were going to have two sets. I think they're the same. Aren't they the same? I mean, I think they're the same players. Maybe I'm wrong. You're talking about Home Run Challenge still, right, Hitman? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're not the same players, but I thought they were. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Don't absolutely quote me on it. Perhaps they have changed it up a little, but I kind of thought it was the same group of players throughout, but maybe not. Chris, it's your card. You have the Astros tonight. Well, yeah, I know you're not going to rip it. Daggone it. I want somebody to rip one and then send me a picture of what they have inside. I mean, I know you can go online and see it and whatever, but it's just, I don't know, it's just different. If you can do it yourself or something like that, I'm telling you, it would be calling to me in the middle of the night. It'd be like a Stephen King novel. I'm all up in here. I'd be asleep in the middle of the night, and that little rip card would be calling, come and rip me, come and rip me, what's inside? It would be awful. I would not be able to take it. I'd have to get it graded. Either grade it, hide it, like have somebody else hide it and not tell me where they put it, or sell it. I mean, I would be able to manage it for a while, but not forever. I just know I wouldn't. Colorado Rockies Marquez Black Border Mini. And here we go with the Tampa Bay Rays and Logan Morrison. I mean, I don't know if these have any kind of a different... I'll have to look. Somewhere I have some of my own from Series 1 and Series 2. I'll have to look and see if the codes on the back are the same. Because if they are, then we, I think, could probably reasonably assume it's the same checklist. But if they're not, you might be right. Maybe the checklists are different. They're Baltimore Orioles, a relic for Jonathan Schoop. A little black border mini. Andahar. Yay. Andahar and the Yankees. Of course, there's loads of little black border ones in there, so we've already seen a bunch. So they're not like super rare, but yet they're not as common as the non-black border ones. So we take what we can get. We'll take the parallel for sure. I don't know who that is. Well, it goes on Baseball Celebrity. I just didn't recognize the person. I was trying to think who it was. Oh, Hitman, you found the checklist for it. They are the same. Okay, I thought they were, but I wasn't 1,000% sure of that. I wasn't even 100% sure, much less 1,000%. So, well, see, now at least you know, and you can save yourself some time of trying to track them all down. It's hard to track them all down, frankly. At least they show up one per box in Genter, and they show up one per box in Hobby Series 1 and Series 2. But if you're opening Jumbo, they do not come out at one per box. It's a lower insertion rate, oddly enough, in the Jumbos. So it can be kind of hard to put together the whole set. Indigenous Heroes, of course, that goes to the non-baseball, non-celebrity mini insert bidding category. That's a mouthful. But it's always such a challenge to figure out how to name some of these things because you have to cover a lot. That's kind of cool. A little postage required, like a stamp sort of insert. That's kind of cool. There was a batting helmet, baseball equipment as well that went by a second ago. You know, another good Allen and Genter was they had Willie Cauley-Stein in here, the basketball player, well, maybe in 2015, maybe. Dodgers Puig, black border mini. So you can definitely find some other good sports people in here. And they had the, who did we have last year? The, daggone it, the boxer. Evander Holyfield, right? Isn't that who was in here last year? It was. It was a boxer. I want to say it was Holyfield. Could have been somebody else. But whoever it was, they brought big-time money if you pulled it and resold it. And then we had, like, the reindeer relics. We had some Santa Claus relics. We had some really interesting things in here last year. Kershaw, Dodgers, box loader. Mayweather. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. It was Mayweather. Salt Hill. Hey. I haven't seen you in chat in forever, Salt Hill. Yes, it was Floyd Mayweather. Thank you. Why could I not come up with that? Jay, who are you talking about? Are you talking about the guy that took down Manny Pacquiao the other day? I don't remember that guy's whole name, but I think Cotto sounds right. Oh, I'm talking about out of Floyd Mayweather's who I was trying to think of out of last year's Allen and Ginter. Salt Hill knows me so well, knew exactly who I was trying to spit out and couldn't manage to get it out of my brain. But yeah, exactly Floyd Mayweather is who I was trying to think of. Was there, I don't know if there was a World Series of Poker champ go by earlier. There could have been. All of the non-baseball celebrities as they go by, I just kind of glance at them. I don't really totally absorb who they are most of the time. Kenley Jansen, black border for the Dodgers. I'll get a better feel for it when I sort them and I have, a little bit more time to look at them without slowing down the break, if you will. So I can probably tell you as soon as I sort it, I can definitely tell you, but I didn't notice if it was World Series Poker guy or not. Maybe though. Jay, you pulled a Cotto last year. All right. Well, that's nice. I mean, a lot of those things you'd be surprised at how well the non-baseball autographs and relics can do out of Ginter. They had some, I guess was it last year or year before last when they had some dinosaur relics in there, like fossils, and I mean, you pull some crazy stuff out of here. And some of it was really nice. So I always look forward to, as Gina says, the crazy stuff they put in here. And she's right. I mean, there is a lot of crazy stuff in here, but I think that's part of the charm of it myself. Oh, Chris, Salt Hill said that that was the World Series of Poker champ that went by. So, must have seen it, had a good eye and saw it go by earlier. So, Salt Hill, where have you been keeping yourself? How have you been? What's going on? Fill us in. Let us live vicariously. Tell us what cool things you've been up to since we last saw you. In chat, of course. I counted as seeing you, even though, of course, I can't actually see you. You know what I mean. There's a nice little Lacuna rookie card. And here is our home run challenge. It's for the Brewers. The Milwaukee Brewers. How about poor Josh Hader? Woo, that was a mess, wasn't it? Coming out right around the All-Star game. Poor guy. Well, I say poor guy, but I mean, come on, he really shouldn't have written like all or any of the stuff that he wrote to begin with on that Twitter account. But I guess I was saying poor guy mainly because this, of course, goes to baseball equipment, by the way. It's a mini, but it's baseball equipment. Really, the poor guy was in relation more to the fact that it happened around the All-Star game. Kind of burned out the flame on that, if you will. But, yeah, I mean, should have never written that stuff, whether you're 14 years old or not. But you were on an international spy mission. I like the sound of that. I would like to go on an international spy mission. Modern baseball sunglasses. Again, going to baseball equipment category. Maybe, see, you could have been filming well, I guess it was filmed probably before now. I was going to say filming the new Mission Impossible, but I guess that had to be filmed a while back since it's getting ready to hit in theaters pretty soon. I did bounce back from my rib injury. They are almost good as new, believe it or not, finally, however many months later. Here is the St. Louis Cardinals and Jordan Hicks, and I believe that was a special request from somebody earlier, wasn't it? I believe someone put in chat that they wanted Jordan Hicks, or did I just dream that? Well, either way, it's a nice hit for the Cardinals. It is a framed mini autographed Jordan Hicks. Yeah, that rib thing was crazy. And I didn't even, break it or anything. It just turned out to be a bruised bone. But man, oh man, that thing took forever to get itself straightened out. Wilson Contreras for the Cubbies. Little tiny bit of a pinstripe, barely catching the corner there. But thank you for asking. Thank you for remembering my klutzy fall crushing up my ribs and asking about that. They are much, much better, almost good as new. Which is kind of a good thing because I've been way too busy to be worrying about babying those silly ribs. So we had to get that straightened out. Kutch with a relic for the Giants. I always want to say the Pirates. That is so ingrained in me that Andrew McCutchen is a Pirate. I have to stop and really think before I'm able to say the word Giants. And who have we here talking about a no-hitter baseball superstitions? Huh. Well, there is a tiger on the front, so Tigers it is. So we have one box and what is this, like 4 packs left to go. Of course, it'll go a little faster when we break the next half. It always goes faster after the first time because the first time, I'm kind of doing a little looky-loo myself and going a little slower. I want to see what we're pulling and kind of getting a feel for what we're going to find and where we're going to find it and all that kind of jazz. So they always get a little faster as time moves on. First break's always the slowest. But even so, we're not making bad time. Especially considering we did Spectra first and the second, another postage mini. And of course, again, that will go to the non-baseball, non-celebrity mini inserts bidding position. Because last year, well, actually, usually in the past, I would try to break those up specifically. Like I would have done one for postage stamps and like last year we had the dance and we had whatever they were. I would have broken them all up into separate categories, and I don't know, it just seemed like it was easier to say, if it's not a celebrity and it's not a baseball player and it is a mini and it's not a baseball equipment or it doesn't fall into one of the other categories, let's just put them together. And they can have one big pile of minis come to their house. Torres for the Yankees. Uh-oh. Gleyber Torres, rookie for the Yankees. I was hoping it was going to be autographed. For a second, I saw the autograph right there, and then I was like, ooh, and then, I realized, oh no, it says look for autographed ones. Not that that one is autographed. Okay, all right, I'll admit it. I got a little happy there for a second. And then I realized what was going on. So, last box mojo. Let's work on it, guys. Let's put it out in the universe. We want the big, big hits. We want to make some money for you. Pulling out what you need. Oh, I didn't even pay attention to that. He says 3 of the 6 box loaders were for the Yankees. Well, I guess the Yankees kind of had a little monopoly on our box toppers tonight. I hadn't even realized. Ian Happ and the Cubbies with a nice little relic. Postage stamp insert, a baseball equipment, and a mini for the Cardinals. Dustin Pedroia and the Red Sox. So 2 of our 3 hits out of this box came out pretty quickly. So I guess the assumption is then that at least 2 of the 3 hits must be towards the bottom of the box, because I probably, without even really thinking about it, I probably just automatically have the top ones on the bottom and the bottom ones on the top. Dwight Gooden for the Mets. Black border for Doc. And here comes our 3rd hit. So all 3 hits for this box, just boom, 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 coming right out. Parker Bridwell, autographed mini for the Angels, who meanwhile are going, hey, why couldn't that have been Shohei? I know what you're saying. But at least you're not going home empty-handed. I think that's 3 total hits for the Angels out of our framed. I think you had 2 framed relics and a framed autograph there, I believe. Now, of course, we will recap our hits at the end of the break after we finish looking through what we have here in our remaining packs. And then we'll go back through and take a look at things one more time in case anybody missed anything or you want to see something a second time. And of course, we've got lots of Allen and Ginter to break. And we'll be breaking it for the most part, probably about every other night, and mixing in Optic and Inception and other things along the way. But I'd say every other night to every 3rd night anyway, somewhere in that range. For a while, a week or 2. I don't even remember what comes out next week. I think Cornerstones Basketball comes out next week, and then I don't remember what else. I don't remember if there's baseball coming out or not. Jesse Winker and the Reds, black border. But there might be. And here's a black border Gonzalez for the Rockies. Mini flags and a Moons insert, which will go to the Beaches and Moons category. Hang on a minute. What was that? Oh, I guess it was nothing. One of those edges felt kind of strange when I picked it up, but then I didn't feel it the second time, so I don't know. I guess it was all right. And we have Mike Napoli for the Rangers. Home run challenge. I didn't say that part, but obviously you guys saw the card. But yes, home run challenge. In case you didn't see it. If you're just listening and not looking up, which certainly I have been known to do. Multitasking. Watching breaks while doing other things. Not right now for me, but I mean, I'm saying when I watch other people's breaks, I often multitask. Of course, I know some of you bounce around between 2 or 3 breaks simultaneously. I don't know how you keep that straight. I would be all over the map with that one. Black border Jock Peterson for the Dodgers. And there was a little mini Bo Jackson for the Royals. So I know we're opening baseball right now, but how about Antonio Brown being the cover of Madden? I thought that was pretty cool. And while we're on the subject of how abouts, how about that suit Juju Smith-Schuster had on for the ESPYs? Like, what was that? Oh my goodness. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not up on the fashion trends well enough, but I was just kind of like, oh, Juju. I'm thinking maybe you could have rethought that outfit for the ESPYs. I'm just saying. Oh, Bryce said he was hoping for a signed Bo Jackson tonight. Daggone it, Bryce. I'm sorry. We did not manage to conjure that up for you, it doesn't look like. However, there's always the back half of the case. So if I'm assuming you've looked at the checklist and you know Bo Jackson to be a possibility in here. So as long as it's a possibility, we can hold out the hope. Somewhere I've got that signed Bo Jackson I gotta sell. Some break somebody didn't pay for. Not that long ago, a few months ago, had a Bo Jackson autograph in it. Which for the life of me, you know, the guys who don't pay when they don't hit, like, it's terrible and I don't like it, but at least you can say, okay, well, we know what their deal is. They're bidding, and if they hit, they pay, and if they don't, they don't. But the people who don't pay when they do hit, and then especially when they hit good stuff, I just don't understand that. Like, I don't get that at all. Why would you bid at all if you don't pay whether you hit or you don't pay whether you don't hit? I mean, I don't know. Strange. Okay, so we've got a little recapping to do here. And then we will put the spreadsheet information up again for anybody who might be interested in it. Do you guys want to see the box toppers again? Do we need to recap those or not? Just somebody jump in the chat and give me a yay or a nay. Home Run Challenge, Rangers, Brewers, Rays, Reds, Jays, and Rockies. We may as well just do them again. It's just as easy. Well, because there's a little delay. By the time somebody answers, I could already have them done probably. So we had the Dodgers and the Yankees for our 2 mini box loaders. Our full size Torres for the Yankees. And then Chipper Jones for the Braves. Mattingly should be next for the Yankees. I got a little ahead of myself there. Yes, there is Don Mattingly and the Yankees, which will leave us with Shohei Ohtani and the Angels. And there is Shohei. So those are our box toppers for tonight. And we had a rip card. Our rip card is numbered to 75. It's for the Astros, and it is Justin Verlander. And now our other hits. Nice little autograph, Bridwell, framed mini auto for the Angels. Bedroa relic for the Red Sox. An Ian Happ relic for the Cubbies. A McCutchen relic, Giants. Wait a minute. That says Contreras on the front. Oh, it says Contreras on the back too. What is wrong with me? I thought that said something else on the back when we looked at it earlier. Okay, so I'm crazy. Contreras relic for the Cubs. And another autographed framed mini. This one is for the Cardinals, and it's Jordan Hicks. The Orioles, Jonathan Schoop relic. The Angels have a Justin Upton relic, followed by an Ian Kinsler relic, also for the Angels. Kenley Jansen relic for the Dodgers. A framed mini relic, Clayton Kershaw and the Dodgers. Oh, I forgot we had a third autograph mini. So framed autographed mini for the Royals with Whit Merrifield. Framed mini relic, Clint Frazier and the Yankees. Jose Altuve relic, Astros. And then here's Theo Epstein relic for the cubbies. And oh, I forgot. Well, see, I forgot a bunch of these. We have another one. We have a fourth one. It is a Lynn autographed mini relic for the Red Sox. And then we have a Will Myers relic for the Padres. See, Stang Lover, I said that earlier. I said, didn't you ask for the Hicks? And then we pulled it out, and then it was just like crickets. You didn't say anything. So I thought, all right, well, I mean, I didn't say your username specifically, but I said, yes, didn't somebody ask for that earlier? I thought it was you, but then you didn't say anything. So I thought, oh, man, I must have gotten it wrong. That must not be who he was hoping to pull. But it was. You just didn't see it earlier, I bet. So... see, you were worried that your winning streak would have taken a hit because you hit so much nice stuff last night. Was it last night? Night before last? Whenever it was. But it didn't because you're still on a roll, aren't you? See? Still on a roll. All right, so I promised the spreadsheet again, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Let's get it up there one more time and see what we need to see. So anticipated shipping date, Saturday. If I can get it sooner, I will. If something crazy, unexpected happens, could slide to Monday, hoping and believing, though, that it will be Saturday. Don't have to worry about consolation cards and Allen and Ginter. Every team will have pulled cards of some sort in here. And, of course, again, looking ahead, tomorrow night we're going to start opening Optic. It came out today, but it would have just, can you imagine? We'd be tacking another hour and a half onto this already lengthy break. So we're going to bust into that tomorrow night along with a second case of Spectra and an autographed helmet. We'll do the back half of this Allen and Ginter case on Friday along with a case of encased basketball and a half case of gold standard football. On Saturday will be a third case of Spectra, a second case of Optic, and a couple of autographed jerseys, football and baseball. On Sunday, we'll do a 9th case of Inception baseball and another half case of Allen and Ginter. On Monday, we're going to do the Clubhouse Collection game used batting gloves. Those are cool. It's going to be a full case. It's a 3-box case like our Onyx baseballs were earlier in the year. And then a Gold Rush full-size football helmet, another half case Gold Standard, and a 4th case of Spectra. So we are going to have a busy, busy week ahead with a lot of cool stuff to open. Ah, Stang Lover, you were grilling. Okay, all right. Well, that makes sense. You were outside fixing dinner. Yeah, what'd you have? You should bring us some. Except I think, what, you're like 2 or 3 states away from me. Probably be cold by the time you get here. Anyhow, all right. So, guys and gals, thank you once again for joining me tonight. I always appreciate having you participate in the breaks. So, hopefully, I will see you again somewhere along the way this week because we are going to be working hard and hopefully finding lots of fire in all this stuff that we're opening. So, until next time, we will. Hopefully you'll have good breaks, good luck, and the post office won't give us any more weird scans, and everything will start showing up at your door pretty soon. So until I see you next, guys, take care. Bye now.